Students, how are you? So today our lecture is for 7th class and topic is impact of crusades. Let us start. The impact of crusades. The crusaders came in close contact with advanced Arab and Greek civilizations, and they gained knowledge in spheres such as science, mathematics, algebra, art, architecture, and this learning paved the way for the movement of Renaissance in Europe. The Crusaders learned the use of gunpowder and guns from the Turks. The use of gunpowder eliminated the role of knights, soldiers or soldiers, and led to the decline of feudalism as social system. Trade relations between Europe and Asia grew. You can see in the first map which is over there. You can see some sea routes are over there and some land routes are over there. So trade relation between Europe and Asia grew. The kings received more revenue from the traders in the form of taxes. Thus, king become more powerful and can effectively maintain law and order. So let us deal with monasteries and their significance. What is monastery? An important development in this period, our medieval period, was the building of monastery. What are monasteries? A monastery is an institution where monks live. Monks were men who lived and worked for the welfare of the human race and devoted their life to prayers. For example, the first two pictures you can see, they are the monasteries where monks are living. Then Pope is over there. Then in the fourth picture you can see our monks. For example, Reverend Father George Adial, the director of school, is also a monk who has devoted his life for the welfare of the human race and to prayers. So now let us deal with the role of these monasteries, how monasteries have helped the people out at that time. So monasteries help people to get out of disorder in Europe after the fall of Roman Empire. You have seen earlier that how the nomadic people have attacked, the law and order has declined. So these were the ages, dark ages in our Western Roman Empire. So after the decline of the Roman Empire, fall of the Roman Empire, there was dark age, disorder, anarchy everywhere, ignorance everywhere. So monastery has helped the people to get out of this order. There was situation of anarchy. Anarchy means disorder and ignorance, darkness in Europe, and thus the monasteries were the only centers of order, discipline, and learning. The monks cleared the land for agriculture. The monks have cleared the land for agriculture. The monks had developed the art of animal husbandry. You can see in the second picture, animal husbandries are over there. Emus, hens, swans, pigs, sheep, buffaloes, cows are over there. So this is animal husbandry. The monks had developed the skill of craftsmanship and preserved the ancient classics and manuscripts. What are the ancient classics? For example, the Epic of Gilgamesh, last year you have read. Then Iliad is over there, Odyssey is over there. These are the ancient classics which have lost during these dark ages. So the monks have rewritten these ancient classics and manuscripts with their hand in these monasteries early. The art of stained glass painting, wood cutting, and mural painting. What is mural painting? That is wall painting or religious painting, flourished in the monastery. In the first two pictures you can see the stained glass painting in the first two pictures. In the third picture you can see mural painting or wall painting. They founded schools and provided incentives to scholars to study and write. So they have founded school, like our school is over there, St. Joseph Convent School, Malpradka. And they have provided incentives or scholarships to the brilliant students so they can come, they could study and they could write, especially for the poor people also. They provided shelter to travelers and protection to widows and orphans. They built hospitals, for example, the CMC hospital is over there in Ludhiana, and provided help to needy and poor people. The nuns also served the society as teachers and preachers. So the monasteries had become the center of learning, both religious and secular. Religious means which is related to some kind of religion, and secular means which is not related to any kind of religion. So both religious and secular education was imparted. By the 16th century, the Christian church was divided into Catholic church and Protestant church. There are some reasons we will discuss now even. The success of monasteries, their wealth and power ultimately led to their downfall. Is it clear? We will discuss. And with the beginning of Renaissance in CE 1400 led to the decline of Christianity. Now what is Renaissance first of all? Renaissance means rebirth or revival. It marked the revival of the freedom of thinking and act without being controlled by any external agency, especially any religious agency. Is it clear? So it is the freedom of thinking. Nobody can mold you. No, there should be no control by any other external agency. You should have the freedom of thinking. That is the Renaissance, revival of the rebirth of the ancient arts. The next thing was the Reformation. In Reformation movement was started in Europe. The Reformation is the name given to the group of religious movement of 16th century launched by Christians against various drawbacks of the church and the objectionable practices of the clergymen, that is the monks. The main target of this movement was the Pope, the highest authority in the church hierarchy. Is it clear? And the person who are following this Reformation movement, who were against the Christian church, they are known as Protestant. Is it clear? Now, what were the drawbacks? Corruption in the church was the main drawback. There was lack of proper education. Some monks started living in luxury and neglected the religious duties. The priest promised salvation in exchange of fees. They could pronounce marriages lawful or unlawful. Is it clear? Moreover, there was fees for everything in the life. For the peace of soul, for death, for birth, everything there was a fees. So all these things were severely criticized and opposed by the people. Moreover, the Pope has started interfering in the political affairs, which was being opposed by the kings of that time. The kings strongly supported the Reformation movement and the Protestants at that time. So the Reformation led to the end of monastic life in Protestant countries, especially where the Catholic population is less, and there was decline also seen in Catholic countries as well in the 18th century. With this, this chapter is over. In next video, I will send you the exercise part and the question answer part of this chapter. Thank you.